Guys, so I just want to come on here, make a make a quick video of what went down the last 90 days, because today is the day I just finished my 90-day intention journal. 90 days ago, I had a goal to purchase my first house hack. On this date, definitely didn't get there. I'm way further ahead than I was, but I'm so far off of that goal. I have so far to go. I want to explain to y'all what happened these past 90 days, what I learned, all this good stuff. So on the first week of doing this, okay, what had happened was I was talking to different lenders. I talked to national lenders, I talked to hard money lenders. They both shot me down, but in doing so I also learned that community banks were the way to go. So my next step, next week, I talked to community banks. The community banks told me no. My credit score is 720. Your finances aren't in shape. I'm newly self-employed. When I was calling them, I believe I was 8 months self-employed, and so my tax returns definitely weren't there. And they have you like put your bank account, and they could see all that good stuff. And I just wasn't in the bracket. I was too high of a risk for them to lend on me. And so I was asking them, okay, what is my next step? What else can I do to get approved for a loan? They're like, you can seller finance? Actually, he didn't tell me this. This is I asked him because the lender, he didn't even, you have to ask lenders like everything for you to get the information that you want. Ask them why you're not approved. Ask them as much as you can, and even then, lenders still don't know what they don't know. You know what I mean? So always try to find that investing lender, which I've found through doing this process, through networking, through finding and talking to lenders. Bigger Pockets is a great resource for that. And I'm still trying to get in contact to this investing lender to this day. It's a 5% conventional loan lender down here in Austin, Texas. But talking to this community bank dude, he didn't know what the hell he was talking. He knew what he was talking about, but not enough information that would have helped me. So I asked him, okay, would seller financing work? He was like, yeah, it definitely would work. You know, you get a seller to actually make that work for you, not a problem. Okay. Would a cosigner work? Yeah, not a problem. Great. So next thing I did, asked my parents for a cosign. They told me no. We just don't have the money right now. I asked my grandma to co-sign. She also told me no. I put together a nice presentation. I did all the right steps, right? All the right steps. What was missing in my presentation was the income, bro. It's the income that gets you. You have to have enough income. I was trying to fill in these missing blanks, like what is wrong with my income? It's not necessarily, it is the income, but if you have a lump sum of money as well, that would work. But I didn't have either. Okay. So after talking to my grandma, after talking to my parents and these lenders, I figured out that, hold on. Where am I at? Let me find where I'm at. This is week 3. Okay, so after talking to these lenders, after talking to my grandma, I know I have to have enough capital. You have to have enough capital. You know, you have to make your people that are helping you get this house hack feel safe enough that you're not a high enough risk, and you can actually control what happens. If you can't control anything, but you have to be good. You have to have a plan A, B, C, and D, and then they feel comfortable enough. And honestly, you should have an A, B, C, and D already to make yourself feel comfortable enough. But I'm young. I didn't know that 60 days ago, and honestly a lot has changed in those 60 days since I've been networking with all these different people, man. And so I was trying to save up a lump sum of money. That was my next goal, to make my grandma feel safe, because she was like, yeah, maybe if you had enough money, if you had enough reserves. Because what happens when you don't get any renters? I'm not saying you won't, but what happens if you don't? Okay, there's always that what if. And you have to be able to cover that mortgage. If you're not covering that mortgage, if you don't have enough income to cover that mortgage for a certain number of months, or even already have enough income that covers that mortgage, then you're putting yourself in a bad position from the get-go. And so what I do is I get into wholesaling. And matter of fact, I get into wholesaling apartment buildings. I was like, what's the big difference? You know, you wholesale a house, you wholesale apartment complexes. They're not that big of a difference. I dig in a little more. I decide I don't like wholesaling at all. I just did not like the process. I didn't understand it. I was going in there with a buddy, and the partnership did not work. The partnership didn't work. We were trying to do the same thing, and we're both good at the same thing. That's not how partnerships work. You have to have one person that's good at one thing and the other one that's good at the other. And y'all complement each other. Those are the best partnerships. And so everything fell through. I had a bad taste of wholesaling. That's why I stepped away from it the next 2 weeks, okay? Next 2 weeks, I decide, damn, I'm coming close on this date for this house. I got a month left, bro. I got a month left. I kind of get these negative thoughts. I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna close this. I obviously don't end up closing it. I spoiled the story for you already. And now I'm just trying to network with people, trying to talk to people. What is my next move that I'm gonna get? What am I gonna do? I end up talking to the lender down in Austin, a 5% conventional loan. Um, although I didn't really talk to him through the phone, I'm still trying to get to him to this day. I actually emailed him today, following up with him. And some people, bro, you just gotta consistently follow up until they say yes. I promise you, bro, they usually will if you be consistent enough. They're like, damn, this dude really is consistent. That's what I'm hoping for. So hopefully in this next week I get him on the phone and we could talk something, talk real estate, talk about his story and whatnot. And I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm back at square one. I'm going through my intention journal, by the way. It's all coming from the intention journal of what I did. And so I'm thinking of who, not how. This is when that Who Not How podcast drops from Bigger Pockets. So I'm like, who has my money? It's not how I'm gonna secure this deal, which I don't have the property, by the way. I don't even have a deal lined up. It's just who has this deal and who has my money for this deal, so we can put all the pieces together and make this happen, because I want to push through it. And we're coming up real close on this end date. I'm like, dude, I don't know, but I'm still gonna try. I still marked it down 90 days on paper. I want to see this out. I want to see how this ends. And so I'm still networking with people, and doing so, I come through this bright idea of seller financing. I decide I'm gonna seller finance a deal. You know, why not, man? Because that could be the end. Even though I don't have any reserves, even though I don't have enough income, monthly income to cover that monthly mortgage, I think it could work, you know. I've read stories. I heard Brandon Turner's story of his first time seller financing. I did all this research on seller financing. I learned the ins and outs on seller financing. This is on 12/21. I'm starting seller financing. I'm doing the research, okay? So Monday, Tuesday on this week, I learned the ins and outs of seller financing. I research everything all day, seller financing. On Wednesday, I research how to find these certain sellers, and they're burned out landlords or they're investors themselves that just don't want a headache. And then on Thursday, my bad. So Wednesday was finding those certain sellers, target sellers, and Thursday I'm being able to put terms on a deal. That's what I research next. So I'm having all these things lined up, all these things I need for seller financing, and on Friday, make an offer. What ends up happening is I don't end up making that offer. I do call around. I'm still calling around for people, and what I find out, instead of making the offer, this is what I get. Straight in my face the whole time, this is what happens. It's not smart to go into deals with no reserves. Why? Foreclosure, bad credit, bad reputation, and bankruptcy. 4 things that could very, very much so happen if you don't have the proper systems set up, your proper income set up. You don't have the proper plan set up. So as I'm making these calls to certain sellers, to certain other investors down here in the market, like, have you heard of seller financing? What would you do if you're in my situation? I finally reached one. He said, how much money you have saved up? About $1,000. Because I recently had my car crash. Okay, so all my savings went back into the lawn business to save up for that car. Bought a new car, kept the lawn business alive, baby. That's what we do. Maybe we make it work, entrepreneurs. But this dude was like, $1,000? You're crazy, man. And then he laid out all the risks, and I was like, damn, this is really not gonna happen in a week, bro. It's unrealistic. It's unrealistic, but I really got far. That's what I learned. You know, I would not have learned if I definitely did not try. And I joined this group called Chic Freaks with all these other investors just through networking, and I've learned so much along the way. If I didn't set that goal, even though I didn't hit it, I missed it by a long shot, a really, really long shot, but I've came a really long way as well. And so I want to go over the goals for 2021 for y'all. That's what happened with the real estate goal. I also had a goal of being a disciplined trader by the New Year's. Missed that by a long shot. Definitely still not a disciplined, consistently profitable, disciplined day trader. And I also had a goal of waking up at 5 a.m. every day. It's like, it's borderline there. Okay, I'm kind of consistent, kind of not. And so these are the goals for next 2021 that I want to share with y'all. And I've seen a drastic change, man, in the goals already, and I'm really excited for this year. I want to share with y'all. So I have a career goal of 1,000 a month in real cash flow and real estate by October 1st at 9 a.m. That's gonna happen, bro. That's just a really decent house hack deal that can rent by the room strategy. $200,000 house, max 10% down, and I'll have 30K in reserves. That's my next goal. That's the financial goal, having 30K in assets, whether that be in the savings account, stocks account, or lawn business, whatever it may be. Have 30K in assets. I want to have that by July 31st. Okay, that will enable me to put 10% down on a $200,000 house, 20K down, 10K in reserves. I'll be good. I'll feel confident. And even if I don't have my tax statements up to date, not up to date, but you know, you have to have the 2 years tax returns, which I definitely won't have by July. I'll have 1 year, my first year in business, this year, which I gotta double check on right now, like soon, for this tax season, but I will still have to have a co-signer most likely, or a partnership, or a seller finance deal, okay? Because a bank will not loan me the money, or at least the banks I've called. Maybe y'all know something different. I don't know everything. I'm still new into this, okay? I have a relationship goal to bond with my brother over video games for the next year, every weekend for 30 minutes, which I'm about to go do as soon as I finish recording this video. I have a health goal of waking up at 4 a.m. Every day, because now I understand what I need to happen to be a consistently profitable day trader, which, by the way, is another goal. I call that my materialistic goal this year. But if I wake up at 4, that gives me an hour to do my morning routine. By my morning routine, I'm in the gym by 6:30. I'm out the gym by 6:30, and then I'm trading by 7. So that's my morning routine goal. That's the health goal. Now I have personal development goal. I have to spend at least $100 every month on myself. Personal development. I've blown that out the water. I've blown that by a long shot already. A characteristic goal of practicing positivity daily. If you're having a bad day, my advice to you, search up smiles. Like, if you're just in a negative ass attitude, search up smiles on your wherever, your phone, computer. It'll pull up all these images of people smiling, and you'll have no choice but to smile. They're contagious. You will end up laughing your ass off. Okay, I promise you. It works. It'll put you in a much better mood. Try it. My spiritual goal, meditate daily. I meditate for 20 minutes a day, been consistent at it every morning and before bed. And then the experiential goal, I want to run a marathon in Athens, Greece on November 8th. That's their annual marathon. I plan a travel hack. I want to travel this year. I want to step out of my comfort zone. I want to go visit another country. I want to do all these different things. Okay, those are my 2021 goals I wanted to share with y'all. It's a little lengthier video. I explained to y'all what had happened for real estate my last 90 days. I explained to y'all what all my other goals for the past 90 days are and what my 2021 goals. So, guys, I just want to inspire. I just want to bring everybody up to the best they could be. If you like this video, make sure you leave me a thumbs up, man. Subscribe to the YouTube. I will be posting more. I will update y'all on the next 90 days. Okay? 90 day down, another 90 to go. I can't wait what's to come, baby. I cannot wait. Guys, tag along, man. We're all developing over here, bro. We're all getting better over here, and I'm so hyped for what's to come this year. So I want y'all to be the greatest you can be today. I will see you on the next video. Don't forget Insta, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok. I'm all there, baby. I'll see you on the next video. As always, guys, stay up and be great, man.